it's been a long time. My brain broke for like 3 weeks solid, and that was unfortunate. But thanks to everyone being very patient, I have had a lot of time off, and I'm okay. And we have a short-ish game to test that by, and I had to remember how to speak Scottish for it because I am Mudmad. I'm playing the engineer, and my guest today here is.
Hi, I'm Vamp. I'll be playing the He Who Magic Man, as I always do.
I'm gonna call Sal the He Who Magic Man. That's his surname now? That's it. Marcel He Who Magic Man. Hyphenate.
Oh.
Incredible. Okay, so we have a very loose plan for this. It's not exactly a game even, but like Marcel, I think you are seeking out the engineer for some reason.
Yeah, let's. No, usually he doesn't really seek out his boss much, except to, check on the engineer, check if he's eaten. But I feel like in this particular case, no one else is around or everyone else is busy. And he has been, like, interested in sparring with the engineer or just, checking the engineer's magic out.
Indeed. Okay, so you make your way over to the very familiar door of the engineer. What do you want to do?
Knock on the door like a normal person.
Yeah! Well, you can never tell. I mean, this is Toonkind, and it is also D&D, and you would be amazed at what players do instead of knock on doors. But yes, you knock on the door, and you hear some shuffling of paper, like it sounds like he was doing something and is putting that away. This is interesting. And then you hear sort of, "Aye, come in."
Hi, sir. And he opens the door and kind of peeks his head in.
"Oh, hello, you fool magic man. How you doing?"
Is everyone going to call me that?
Well, it was short because she started it, so, you gotta listen to them. It's catchy.
I was actually wondering, sir, if you wouldn't mind sparring with me for a bit.
Uh, make an insight check.
Oh boy, because he who has magic. What the hell? Where did they come from?
A 10. You get this kind of frozen grimace, and you're really not sure what that means. It's kind of like someone paused his animation.
You don't have to, of course, especially if you have something else to do. And he gestures at the papers I presume engineer is holding right now.
Yes, he has a rolled up thing. It looks suspiciously like a blueprint. It's that big blue checkered paper, but you can only see the back of it. And he sort of puts it very conspicuously behind his back. He's like, "Oh no, it's fine. This is just a side project. I'll have plenty of time to work on it very soon." I mean, I you know me. I quite like a bit of a rough and tumble, but no offense, Larry, but I don't want to demolish you.
And Rizal looks very torn between being offended and also like being understanding because yeah, trained dad is a barbarian.
Yeah, and he has a bit of like a reputation, and he sort of tilts his head to either side. He's like, "And also, I think that Tobias would never forgive me if I managed to lacerate you too permanently, so I think it may be better if..." And he's turned around and is putting the blueprints away somewhere.
Well, and so like thinks for a moment before snapping his fingers. Well, I heard that you recently learned some new spells, didn't you?
You got wind of that. Hey, I do appreciate you trying to teach me about the whole academic side of it. He looks a bit like shaky at the memory of it. He's not that kind of guy. He tugs at his collar. He's like, "Well, yeah, it seems to be an instinctive thing. We had talked about that as a possibility, but I seem to have one or two new tricks up my sleeve, quite literally."
Saul's just leaning on the door and just screaming at engineer. You can go ahead and say that it's boring to listen to, sir.
No, that's not it. It's not boring per se. I will, okay, a little bit, but no, it's mostly I'm just not programmed for that kind of learning. I'm a practical man. I'm self-made in quite a literal way. You have to understand that. It's not that, you know, there's things I could bore you to tears about. I've heard whispers that you're not actually that interested in a film. Is that true?
I'm gonna roll something real quick.
Yeah, you better. If it's deception, I'll be pleased. Okay, that's a 17.
I have no idea what you're talking about, sir.
I'm gonna roll an insight to contest that. An 18. He suspects, but he doesn't have enough grounds. And he kind of wants to believe that maybe you're learning to like film a bit, because he is vain and film is everything to this guy. So he sort of gives you a knowing wry smile and says, oh, well, if we say that your relationship with film is my relationship with Arcana, we may come to an understanding.
Well, that wasn't exactly what I was getting to, though. I was wondering if you're worried about, well, utterly demolishing me in a fair fight, which is a pretty understandable worry. We could always just have a magic spar.
Magic spar?
Mm-hmm.
How do you mean?
Well, it's basically a spar, but not anything goes. We'll just be using spells.
He looks at his hands. He's like a little bit unsure about this because a lot of his magic is like physical. But you're like, you've had the guts to come and ask him, and you seem pretty, eager about this. And he's said things about you. Like, he talks to Prim and Tobias, and they are constantly gushing about you. Oh my god. So yeah. He eventually concedes and Darcy says, alright, well, we'll better stop by the medical supplies. I am not going to go a couple of rounds without some what would you say, about 20 healing potions, maybe? How many? I mean, like, theoretically, if there was a currency for health in, let's call them hit points, about how many do you have? So,
Okay, screen time. That was a very long one.
I was just imagining Marcel's face blue screening at this very strange concept. Just nobody could ever think of.
Well, taps his foot. Theoretically, I'm just guesstimating a number here. I suppose 37.
Well, that's alright. I think in comparison, mine would be a wee bit shy of 100. Are you really sure about this, laddie?
Oh, my stars, barbarians.
Yeah.
And I think we just jump cut to them, like, on the roof.
Oh my god! Alright, okay, yeah. And she's gonna do a couple of limbering up stretches. He's like, you came back out, I won't think less of you.
Sir, I will forgive you because you don't know me very well, but that is very insulting.
I know, I've got you get your blood up. In terms of those theoretical hit points again, we better set a limit because I don't wanna accidentally knock you out. What should we call a limit? Like 10, 5, 1?
I would say 5.
Aye, alright, that's gutsy. I like your style. I will say, I'm not absolutely sure how many of my spells, you call them, would actually did damage. A lot of them are to do with, well, jumping really high or falling really slowly. That one's fun.
Well, no better place to try it out than in a simple spar, right?
Aye, that's true. That's true. Alright, come on, make me regret my words.
And I guess we roll for initiative.
Hey! Oh! Okay, what the hell is my initiative? I am rusty! Oh my god. The last guy I was playing was Sorcerer. Very different from this character sheet.
Ooh.
Oh, 22. Yeah, you are going first.
Alright, Stella's going first, and Stella's gonna go for a signature spell because he's gonna cast Eldritch Blast.
Hell yeah. Go big or go home. Whoo,
Does that
baby!
hit?
I mean, I could be really mean. I could use shield straight away. I tell you what, I'm gonna roll a d2 and see if I do. 1 is I do instinctively cast shield, or 2 is I don't. I do. Okay. Do you want to describe the amazing thing that does not quite hit him?
I mean, it's just a cantrip, and it's one of Sol's signature spells. But Engineer probably has never really seen Sol cast it.
Mm-mm.
So to Engineer, it's like a flash of like gold and blue, just like erupts from Sol's wand and rockets straight towards him.
Wow, that's so cool. He's almost so sort of like distracted by how impressive it is that he doesn't notice himself putting up his paws. And as with the FPS with Road, which was hilarious, you should listen to that one, guys. Shooting Stars was great. And this sort of warped, plasma-esque shield very, very temporarily goes bwang, and the spell gets sort of dissipated around it.
I have a quick question though. Eldritch Blast has 2 blasts, like would both of them be shielded?
It lasts for the round, so yeah, I think it would. But you can roll again, like if you get higher than a 20... What is it? 24? Oh my god. If you get higher than 24... Yeah, there you go, babe! There you go, babe! You get him this time, even with the shield. It, like, yeah, you have crashed through it.
You know, I would say that Sol saw the shield, was like, oh, that's a really interesting shield, sir.
Let me
And
just
then
destroy it for you.
Yeah, literally, like, and then he would square his feet, tug at his hat a little, and like point his wand again and goes, let me get rid of that real quick.
Ooh. Oh boy. Yeah, roll
And
damage,
that's-
babe.
Oh, that's max damage.
Damn! That was a 2d10s and that was a 20. Like, you deal 20... What damage? What kind of damage is that?
10 damage, like, I think Eldritch Blast deals, like, regular damage, but 5 of the, and 5, one of the plus 5s is from his feet, but the other plus 5 is radiant damage.
Wow. I mean, that's tingly. That's tingly. That is. You see him do something that not many people have ever seen the engineer do, which is his jaw drops slightly. He is amazed.
And Sol's just like grinning at Engineer and twirling his wand and goes, well, sir?
Well, I mean, no wonder you are insulted. Well, you're never too old to learn. Okay. Well, I'll keep my smart mouth to myself and try and do something about that. Wow. And I'm trying to think what he would actually do next because, wow, boy howdy, that was something. The thing is, like, he's still like, he likes you and like he doesn't want to hurt you. He's gonna try and do something which has a fairly low success rate, so this will be interesting. I would like you to make a con save.
You say low success rate, but you do realize this was con, right?
Oh my god! That's a 3. Oh my. You're blind.
I could be mean, though.
You
I
are-
could be mean and like just use a luck point to reroll.
It's up to you. Would you?
Yeah, he's feeling kind of mean.
Okay, that's fine. Lalu is having a time. I mean, well, misfortune probably had more to do with that. That was a 3 and then a 5, people listening. You do not succeed the con save. You are blinded. And you can hear him moving towards you, like, for the movement of his turn, but you can't see where he is. And he's very purposefully not saying anything to brag because that would give away his position.
Mm-hmm. And oh boy, I guess that would make it his turn.
Yeah, that's the end of the engineer's turn, so it's your turn. At the end of your turn, you can make another Constitution saving throw to try to succeed. So, like, this might be a very temporary blindness, but yeah, you have disadvantage on, like, hitting at all.
Mm-hmm. Well, blah, blah, blah. Okay, there is Sal cannot see, but he actually does have a few spells that don't require him to see.
Mm.
And Ma, would you say the engineer's within 30 feet?
Yeah, sure, yeah. I mean, I want to make this fun. Yes, absolutely.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, good. I have advantage on those. It's a +4. That's a 15. Let's try it again. 5. 15,
Alright,
make it?
No.
No, okay. What happens?
Saul just casts, I do not know how to pronounce this,
Oh.
but he just casts Psionic Blast.
Oh, psionic blast. Ouch. Okay. Oh.
That means Andy's gonna be taking 5d8. 8. That's fine.
Oh boy. Warlocks, they do pack a punch. Oh my god, that's 31! Dear lord, this is going to be a very short game, or we may have to play it twice. Yikes! Okay, yeah. Gee willikers. I think even, like, you know, with the fact that he's trying to not make a noise, you would just hear this sort of, oh.
Yeah, like, Saul doesn't have to see the engineer for this. Like, all he needs to do is, like, stomp his foot and do energy with her.
Oh boy, spellcasters, this is so fun. Okay, do you want to make that con save again to see if you can see now?
Yeah, I should mention, by the way, because Angie failed the dex road, the dex saving throw, he's not prone.
Oh, okay, yeah, so that'll require my movement to get back up, fine.
And
well, half my movement to get back up, so I still got 20 feet. Oh, no. I mean, luck point, you can try again if you want.
Alright, sure, why not?
It's up to you. Hey, that'll do it. Yep, 21 will do it. You feel like, you know, this veil has, like, come down over your vision. Strange though it is, because you usually have your eyes shut. And you wrestle it off, and your patron presumably has something to do with that. And you come to, and you can see the engineer sort of, like, shaking his head to recover from that, because, oh boy, he's had some hangovers. That felt like all of them at the same time.
I'm just imagining, like, Angie has no idea whether or not Sal is still blind, because, you know, as you mentioned, Sal's default is having his eyes closed.
He has no idea if it worked in the first place. He was hoping that it had, but, like, you don't give away a lot. That's interesting. Like, you're an interesting opponent.
Yep.
Okay.
And it's your turn.
Yeah,
you
so
also got pushed 20 feet away, by the way.
Sorry?
You also got pushed 20 feet away on top of being knocked prone.
Okay. I'm trying to do some math. Okay. Well, that I know what I have to do next. You still have bonus actions, I think, if you have any?
No.
Okay, cool. So, yeah, he looks a bit like, okay, about that. He's you know, he was already starting to take it seriously. He's taking it seriously now. Like, yikes. So he is going to use his remaining 20 feet of movement, because barbarians can move 40 in a normal round. So he gets up off the floor and has come towards you, and wow, have you I mean, you have seen his movies now, because Tobias forced you to. You're familiar with how handy this guy is with a lasso. This one looks like it is made out of lightning, and you're going to have to make a strength save.
Oh, strength, okay.
Yeah, because I know you've done some amazing strength rolls, babe.
I don't think that makes sense.
No, I'm really sorry, it doesn't quite make it. Okay, so at last, you are actually going to take some damage. It is only 2d8 of lightning damage. So you take a crispy 13.
Engineer, make a dexterity key saving throw again.
Okay, and again, I do that at advantage because I can see where it's coming from, I presume?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Come on, Angie. Okay, that's a 21. I mean,
Yeah,
I
that
might as
meets
well roll
it.
again, but yeah, taking the 21.
Alright, that meets it, but you're still gonna take damage because Saul just cast Hellish Rebuke.
Hell. Well, actually, ooh, this will be interesting. Is that fire damage?
Blah blah. Yeah, it's fire damage.
Cool. He has resistance to that because he's a fire spirit.
Oh gosh, it's
Well, he has a
cold-blooded.
vulnerability to cold to make up for it, so, like, yeah. Okay, roll your
Mm-hmm.
damage, babe. Why am I keeping calling you babe? I don't know. I'm just feeling very camp today. Sweetie, darling. Oof. I'm glad I'm taking half of that, because that was 26, so I will take 13 fire damage.
Actually, I think you'll be taking 13 by 2. I think you'll be taking either 6 or 7, considering that the damage is gonna be halved anyway because you met the dex saving throw requirement.
Okay, I will put 13 hit points back and then take away 7, because I can't do maths otherwise. Okay. I mean, like, that's still impressive, like... I think he's probably laughing at this. Like, he's laughing at his own hubris, and he's kind of excited. He's kind of excited because he hasn't really interacted with you outside of the cafeteria. And, like, what is this? What is this? Who are you?
Saul just looks heavenwards and groans and groans and goes, I should have expected that.
I mean, I could say the same, but I have to say, I'm enjoying this. I hope you are.
How close is NG from Saul?
I mean, he's got to be 15 feet. Yeah, that's 15 feet away.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. I don't think that would. Alright, huh.
The contemplation of my
Saul's
doom.
I mean, Saul could be mean and cast Ray of Frost.
It's up to you, man. Like, do you think he would?
I don't know. On one hand, he's kind of annoyed that his Hellish Rebuke, didn't hit.
Mm-hmm. You could roll a d2 to decide. Like, 1 he does, 2 he doesn't.
Actually, I think what he might do is, he might look at Engineer and go, so I assume you don't want me to be, holding back or taking it easy or anything?
Well, I mean, it's entirely up to you, but I'm just enjoying seeing what you're capable of.
Alright, let's see our roll D2. Alright, he doesn't go for Ray of Frost.
Aww.
He goes for Eldritch Blast instead.
Okay,
Which is arguably the worst option, because that deals more damage.
I mean, like, yeah, either way. Well, I will say that, oh, no, that doesn't actually. Nope, that doesn't make it. Not even without the shield.
Oh boy.
Yeah, this guy has a high AC. Yep, that one does it. I am again going to roll a d2 to see whether my shield activates. 2, it doesn't. 2, it doesn't! You hit me.
13.
Yeah. Ooh, okay, 13. He takes 13. I will say that it was actually a kindness to not use the ice spell, because even though he's looking really like wow, he was like in his shirt sleeves and trousers, just like, you know, no coat or anything. The shirt is like kind of in tatters now. Yeah, I mean, he kind of shakes it off. There's a couple of feathers sticking out in ways that they perhaps shouldn't, but like he's still grinning. Like, this is amazing.
I'm imagining that somewhere DJ Moves is feeling sore all of a sudden and doesn't know what.
Okay. But yeah, the ice damage would hurt. Like, it always hurts. Even if it's only a tiny bit, it's like, really? It sucks. It's like nasty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like, you know, he can take like 1 damage and it sucks. It hurts. So, you know, like, he doesn't know that you could have done that. But I'm kind of glad that you didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, do you want to do anything else?
I don't think he can. Like, the problem with Warlocks is that they don't really have much in the way of bonus actions.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And I don't think Saul would use any of his inventory in a spar.
That's fair. I hadn't actually confirmed whether or not we were going to do that. I was assuming not. But yeah,
I
I'm kind of...
think it's like one of those things where they didn't discuss it, so technically if you wanted to you could. But also like
Yeah.
using items in the spar.
I'll say, like, not all that long ago, the engineer was a very different man, and he used to be very chaotic neutral. And that guy, especially if this was an enemy rather than Cell, would have, at this point, probably got out the giant burning sword. Because, technically, it's magical. So that's a magic attack. But he's absolutely not going to do it in this situation, because he's trying, damn it, he's trying to be good. Also, like, yeah, that would totally be cheating. Yeah, I'm trying to decide what to do. You know what? If it's not broke, don't fix it. He's gonna do the lassoing thing again, because, like, he knows that works. And, yeah, at the moment, like, he's pretty much still learning how to use his magic reliably. So if you could make me a strength save again.
This is so mean. You're making him make strength saves. Oh, that's a nat 20.
That's a nat 20, babe. It does not work. So yeah, this lightning rope goes around you, and you just hulk it out, man. You rip yourself out of that situation. And on seeing that, he says, pick. Alright, let's try something else. And he's going to damn it, can't use it this turn. Yeah! Oh, for the day that I have sorcery points that I can use for quick spell. I can't do that now. But he's going to start running around you in a circle. Like, he can still move 40 feet in this turn. So he's starting to run around you, like, as it were, to try and disorientate you.
Mm-hmm. Do I have to make a con save or anything?
Nah, I mean, I don't think that would be the case in ordinary D&D rules, so I'm not going to be so petty. If you want to say, like, he gets a bit dizzy, you can, but, like, I as a DM, will not force that upon you.
I can try, like, you know what, I'm gonna make a con save.
Yeah, you're fine. Yeah, he's not going that fast yet, anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
And, well, Saul's going to, like, so Angie's just like running around Cell, and Cell's like sitting there like, what do I do? Like, he could cast Eldritch Blast, but at this point, like consistently one of his blasts have always missed. And among his other cantrips, because he ran out of spell slots, is he's a warlock.
Oh, I always forget how few spell slots you have. Like, do you have any more spells?
He has 2 spell slots, and now that they're used up, he does have spells that he can cast thanks to, like, his inventory, like Fairy Fire and all that. But most of them aren't really, like, damaging spells.
I mean, do what feels the right thing to do. Sometimes the not damaging spells are the best idea.
Actually,
I shouldn't be giving you advice. I really shouldn't. I should just be like, I don't know, it's your decision.
I'm actually gonna... Oh, that's a fumble!
Oh, you didn't! Your hammer space failed. What do you pull out? I've got the fumble table. 5. You have got out. What the hell have you got out? A 5. You have got a 3-foot long Q-tip.
Oh, that's not it.
To be fair, he laughs so hard he almost trips while he's running.
Hey, alright. He takes out, like, Engineer, you can roll perception if you like, because what he takes out is actually pretty small.
Oh, okay. Perception, that's +4 with this guy. As opposed to Delta's amazing plus nothing. 22!
Alright. You actually see him take out, like, it looks like a figurine of Cell, but, like, in really fancy spellcaster clothes. Ooh. And he's looking at it, and he's like, I can't believe I'm doing this. And then he kind of like shakes it, and between one moment and the next, it actually erupts into a staff.
Whoa, cool! A staff.
Just, yeah.
Like, you're just gonna use magic to hit him with a stick?
No, the specific spell that this staff lets him cast is Magic Missile, which never misses.
Oh, you bastard. Alright, well, I mean, we didn't confirm that using objects wasn't allowed, so I guess that's on me slash engineer. He's gonna count that
And,
against you, though. Inside himself. He won't say anything.
yeah, I mean, like, in
It's
Cell's opinion,
it's
like,
a
Cell's
resource.
opinion, it's like, it's not like, in Cell's opinion, it's like not like a magic sword. Like,
No.
it's not like he is still casting it. The staff is just the only thing that, like,
Yeah, it
lets him cast
facilitates it.
that.
I mean, hey,
And
it's kind of like the magic equivalent of a gun for a cowboy, so fucking whatever.
and anyway, like technically, like it's no different than his wand, which he's already been using this whole time.
Yeah, okay. I mean, like, are you allowed to use that this round, or?
It actually doesn't say, so I'm gonna leave it up to you, just because like you're more used to DMing than I am.
Oh my god. I think conventionally using. I'm gonna roll a d2 again. I can't call that shot. My brain's too tired. So one is it doesn't count as a full action, and two is it does. So two is bad for you.
Mhm.
Two is bad
It's
for
okay.
you. I mean, I did it as neutrally as I could. I think it takes a full action to use your hammer space, especially if you fumbled. Actually, now I'm thinking about it,
Yeah,
like that will have taken
yeah,
6 seconds at least. So,
it's fine.
alas, he just knows that you have a big stick now. Okay, cool. That's, I mean, one, you had a big stick with fuzzy bits on the ends of it, but you threw away the giant Q-tip and got this one. So clearly, this does something else. You still have movement, I guess, if you want to use that.
Well, the like Sal's not really gonna, cause like he's seen the engineer move. Like
Mhm.
his 30 feet's gonna do nothing.
Fair enough. Okay. I think this time I am going. I mean, it's like, do I do the sensible thing? Do I do the ridiculous thing? Do I do the middle road?
You could roll dice.
Yeah, that's a good point. I could roll dice to decide what to do. Okay. No, I'm gonna do the ridiculous thing. It's much more fun. So, wanted kinds can use Expeditious Retreat, which allows you to use Dash as a bonus action, though it is a concentration spell. He could also do this if he was being a barbarian and raging, but he can't. Nah, he's not doing that because nah, that's not what this fight is about. So what he's gonna do is he's basically Tasmanian deviling around you. He is moving at 120 feet per round, and I think in this case, like, there's gotta be some sort of effect. Like, if you want to hit him, like, he's moving really, really fast. So it is disorientating. I don't know if you want to interpret that as attacking at disadvantage, or if you want to make, like, a con save because you could well be dizzy.
I'm gonna make a con save.
Oh,
Oh, that was a one.
that was a nat 1. I mean, like, by conventional rules, that means you, like, sort of get another problem. Would you say, like, falling prone could be a result of being so dizzy?
Yeah, I'm like I can say that like he skips like his next one just because like this actually like gives him a huge headache.
Oh boy. Revenge for that psionic blast earlier. I mean, this looks great. This is very Warner Brothers. Like, you're in this tornado. You're a Ghibli. You're not used to this kind of jam. Like, what's going on? I can just see, like, Cell's eyes finally opening, and the pupils are spinning in opposite directions, and they're both stars.
No, they're spirals.
They're spirals. Oh. I mean, that was great, but I do kind of feel bad. Okay, you're very dizzy and you've fallen on your ass, but like that's the engineer's turn.
Okay, and so Saul's very dizzy. Like on one hand, I want to say roll attack at disadvantage. On the other hand, he was already planning on casting magic missile,
Mm-hmm.
which
Which
doesn't
automatically
require
hit.
that. It will hit.
Like,
So,
it's
like,
up to you. Like, I really don't know what to say about this. Maybe the magic missiles like are sort of dizzy themselves. You could roll to see if one of them goes off somewhere else by itself.
I could just say that NG like takes half damage because Cell's not really like
Yeah.
putting Cell's
Okay.
not able to like put all his force into it.
If you like.
So like Cell,
I just like the idea of dizzy magic missiles, sort of.
I mean that could be why he takes half damage. A few
Yeah.
of the missiles go haywire.
Yeah, they're slightly drunk.
But Cell's kind of like bracing himself on the staff, and he's like, and he casts a magic missile, which
Yay.
would be 3 missiles. So that's 11. Oh,
Okay.
those are not what?
Oh my goodness. Yeah. That.
Yeah, that makes sense though. He's dizzy.
Good grief. Okay, so, like, what do I take? 6 for that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did say that you have the damage, and I'm
Okay,
moving
even
forward.
so, like, I will say, yeah, this guy's pretty winded right now. I have to make a concentration save, like, 3 times to see if I maintain this expeditious retreat, which, oh, my con is 6. That's cool. But I'll have to do it 3 times. Because you hit me 3 times.
Yeah.
1. A 2. Ooh, that's alright. A 3.
3.
What is the failure like for?
Actually, I think the DC would be. I think the DC would be damage related. I think. Hold on.
I have no
Concentration
idea.
spell.
Albie knows about this. I have a feeling it's just like over 10, but I'm like, Albie, where art thou? Oh, Albie is in the audience. Albie, what's the rule? 10 or half damage.
Blah blah blah.
10 or half damage. It's higher than both. It's higher than both of those things.
Yeah.
Because the damage was only 6, so like I'm good. Okay. Do you have anything else you want to do?
No.
You sure?
Like I think actually he might look at his stuff and it's just like serves me right for trying to be clever, and he puts it back in his hammer space.
Oh, I think the engineer is concentrating too much on maintaining his concentration. Ha ha ha. So he doesn't hear the gag, but that's he's aware that he's a lot closer to the goal that you guys set, which was 5 hit points, than he would care to admit out loud. So he's still moving very, very fast. What is he gonna do? Well, he's moving very, very fast. He should probably do something to attack, right? Like, he should actually do something to, like, get you down some more.
That's the thing, though. If you cast another spell, you break like he's gonna be breaking like his concentration spell.
Yeah, this is true. This is why.
So it might just be a case of NG like deciding, okay, can I get him like unconscious before he fucking gets me?
Oh, only if it's another concentration spell, Mock has reminded us. So I am okay to use another spell, which is not a concentration spell. Which is good, because like basically none of his other ones are concentration spells. Thank you, chat. It's so good having an audience to heckle us. It's really useful, because I am still functioning on half a brain cell myself.
You're valid, Mod, and you're playing with someone who hasn't played D&D at all until last year.
Now here's the thing, like, we pre-agreed in game that, like, because he doesn't have, like, the engineer really doesn't have many harming things. Like, both of the spells he has are cantrips, and again, like, the other 2 are cantrips that enhance things, like Booming Blade and Green Flame Blade. And there's a part of him that really badly wants to use Booming Blade or Green Flame Blade on his, like, claws. He thinks he can probably do that. He did it by accident once before. But he doesn't want to. He wants to stick to the rules. So he's going to, like, one more time. He's going to try and use a spell. And... yeah, he's going to use Sword Burst. So while he's spinning very, very fast, he closes the radius of this circle around you until it is within 5 feet. And I need you to make a dex save.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it makes it. You just make it. There is an eruption of what look to be like black knives that come shooting out of this guy, but they're in fact like just kind of black magical feathers that have exploded out of him. And you hear him swear slightly, but he keeps running and widens the radius of the circle, so he's maintaining his distance from you while moving very fast. But you dodged it.
Please imagine like the black knives are going towards him, and then Salt actually doesn't look panicked. Like he like actually smirks, and then you
Ooh.
just see him like doing like somersaults and flips with heels, mind you. He's still wearing heels.
All right, I will. I mean, I could not do that myself. And he's saying this as he's going around you, so you're sort of going as he's speaking.
I mean, you've watched the incident report, sir.
I know. I was impressed.
And I guess this is my turn. And you know what? He tried being smart. Sometimes you just do what's easy. And Saul's gonna cast Eldritch Blast. Although I'm gonna make him make a con saving throw first.
Oh, fair enough.
Just to see if he's still getting dizzy.
Oh dear.
Yep.
Yeah, he's still dizzy. So you want to do that at disadvantage, I guess?
Yeah, I guess.
It's.
So...
I mean, like you're doing this to yourself, man. I really don't mind.
I don't mind.
I like the flavor though.
Yeah.
Nope.
That's okay. That definitely doesn't hit. I'm not gonna roll.
Yeah, don't bother rolling that again. It's fine.
And the second blast.
Nope.
I don't think that hits either.
No,
so,
it doesn't. Like, it looks kind of pretty.
Like
fireworks.
He's like too dizzy to like really like be able to hit Cell out of the to hit Angie out of the tornado.
You somewhere far across Toontown, someone is like, is someone letting off fireworks? It's the middle of the day. You can just see them coming up from Dodo Studios like close, but no cigar.
Angie, it's your turn now.
Yeah, okay. Hum he hum. Man, the other thing that I hadn't anticipated about this, because I am grinning like a crazy man over here. This is partly because he is really enjoying this. He's really enjoying seeing what you can do. So I could do like another damaging spell, but like I'm like, would he just like kind of like, what would he do? What would he do? What's in character? Angie, talk to me. I know it's been a lot of weeks. We haven't had a lot of conversation since my brain left me, but like... No, come on, let's be straightforward about this. I'm gonna try to do the sword burst thing again, because like he's trying to practice. Like that's my excuse for this. Like he's trying to get this down so he can definitely use it repeatedly. So can you make a dex save again? Also, he might want to see you doing flips again. Oh, it doesn't make it. No, you didn't quite make it this time because you're so dizzy. I think. So you're gonna take. It's not much. It's 2d6 force damage. 11 though. Damn, that was a 6 and a 5.
All right.
How you doing? Are you okay?
Yeah, he's still at 13 HP actually.
Ooh, I mean, NG's at 17. Like, it's pretty damn close. This has been a close match.
Yeah, and Cell's like, the thing is, like, Cell actually has a spell that would totally knock NG out of the tornado, but it's one that does cold damage, so he's like...
It's up to you. It's up to you. Like, does Cell know for sure that cold damage does a lot of damage to NG? I don't know if we talked about that, like, out of character, or if Tobias would have mentioned it to him.
I mean, I know Lewis is in the chat. So
oh, sorry! Tobias would have told you. I mean, I thought I said Lewis by accident. I don't know if I did or not. They are interchangeable now. Lewis is my favorite Toonkind character.
Oh my god, yeah. Lewis is my favorite Toonkind character. Would he tell his boyfriend Lewis? Because, like,
we are consulting the chat.
Actually know much about Angie's situation. Like,
The audience holds his breath. Maybe.
I'm just
That
gonna
doesn't
roll-
help, Lewis!
Yeah, true, but they didn't go in detail.
That's true.
And you know, 3. Alright, I'm gonna roll for it. 2 is Tobias mentioned it.
Okay.
Oh, okay, Lewis said Tobias would have told. So like
Okay.
sounds like you're like
In that case, you can
Sir,
roll to make the decision. It's like, that's...
But then again, like, Cell's like part of the reason why Cell isn't is because, like you said, this is supposed to be like a fun, like, footloose, like spar, like, just cold damaging, like, engineer with the frostbite cantrip. It's gonna be really mean.
It's up to you, man. Like, it's this is a character decision. This is what Cell, the boy, would do.
Okay, he doesn't. He doesn't do it.
Oh, we love you,
He's
Cell.
very tempted.
We love you.
He's very tempted.
Aw.
Like, Angie, you can roll inside if you like.
Nah, he's not gonna bother. Like, I mean, he's too occupied with what he's doing. Plus, like, you know, we had a little insight into former engineer would have been after you with a giant flaming sword, but this guy isn't.
Yeah. I'm gonna actually roll the con again to see if, like, I'm gonna roll at disadvantage again.
Oh,
I'm not
bless
sure what.
you. Oh, man. I mean, it's a 9. It's not great. It's up to you. I mean, maybe you're, like, less sick, but that's still below a 10.
I mean, alright, I'm gonna roll a d2. If I roll a 2, I'm gonna half the damage. If I roll 1, it's disadvantage.
Oh,
Okay, I'm gonna half
half the damage. Okay. So, what's happening? What spell is this?
Which blast?
Okay, 11 doesn't hit. An 18 makes it, but does... Oh, no, it doesn't. No, it doesn't anymore because I got the bracelet. My armor class is 19. It doesn't hit.
Oh my god.
It doesn't hit. I'm
Cell's
so
just-
sorry.
Cell's just like, oh, come on.
I mean, like, you wanted a fair fight. Like, I'm gonna say, like, he's feeling almost guilty, but, like, this is the technique. This is what he's doing. To give you a fair fight, he underestimated you at the beginning, which is why he's down to 17.
Yeah.
So, like,
Yeah,
you
like...
know.
Actually, hey, Mott, can I do something for Rule of Funny?
Sure.
Can Cell stick his leg out and try to trip the knee?
Yes! Oh, you see, I was hoping you would do that. I'm gonna say, like, sure, as a bonus action, you can stick your leggy out real far.
Yeah, and he has a very long leg.
I'm gonna roll perception to see if he sees that. If he does, then he will roll dex at advantage. He doesn't. I mean,
No.
like, that's an 11. That's practically a dunker. So I am just going to straight up roll dex and see if he bites the dust. He does! Yes! 7! You trip this guy who's moving at 120 feet per hour, and he just plows into the roof of this Dodo Studios. Like, I think it rocks up like a carpet, and you hear this amazing sort of as he comes to a stop. And I don't know what the damage for impact with the floor is. What should I roll for that?
I mean, I guess you could make a Constitution saving throw, and if it reaches, like, I don't know, if it's above 10, we can just assume, like, he's used to taking falls.
I don't know. I feel like I really should take damage because I bit it so hard. I'm gonna say, like, that's a D. He was going pretty damn fast, like 6 or 8 D8s or D6. You choose.
You could make him prone.
I could make him prone. I mean, like, I still feel like I should. I'm gonna do D4. 1. Okay, fine. He got some, like, real intense roof, like, burns from coming to a stop, which is still only 1 damage, because he's pretty hardy. He has taken a lot of hard knocks in his life, this guy. But yeah, sure, he's prone. In fact, I want you to make perception roll.
What? Deception?
Yeah.
That's a nat one.
With a nat 1, you don't hear the fact that, we like see you in a long shot and you're going, ooh, and he's like way off because he stopped like a fair distance away, but the audience like gets a close up and he's just going like into the floor, like he's dying. This is so funny. Anyway, he extracts his face from the ground with his paws, and he's just like, all right, okay, let's put an end to this nonsense. I'm gonna say, like, for sure that will have like knocked his expeditious retreat off. Like, that's that, just because it was so funny, if nothing else. Okay, what he's going to do is going to turn around and say, well, I hope you found that entertaining, and I want you to make a wisdom save.
Okay. Oh, that's a 21.
Ah, you do not succumb to hideous laughter. The gag fails. But anyway, he's taking himself off the floor and he's brushing himself off in a slightly staggering fashion. But I think he stopped pretty far off, so like he's just gonna stay where he is. I don't know how far you want to make that.
I was like, when engineer was like, "Oh, I hope you find it entertaining," so I was like gonna give him like he's gonna give him like a grin and be like, "Oh yeah, very much so."
Damn it. Yep. I think that's his turn for sure. Cells go.
I assume engineers within 120 feet.
Yeah, sure. I don't think the roof is probably longer than that. What are you gonna do to me?
Eldritch Blast.
Okay. 14 doesn't do it. 24 does. I am going to do the shield roll again. 2 fails. 2 fails. Okay, yeah, you hit me.
Oh, yeah. That's max damage.
Damn. Okay, and that takes him under 0 hit points. But we're gonna say like we were doing sparring. This is non-fatal damage. So like you K him out. You K him the fuck out. This owl fire thing hybrid does a somersault and lands flat on his back, and there are tiny sticks of dynamite with angel wings flying around his head. You have won.
Star. Health potions?
I mean, you're the only guy up here. You need to get them. There was probably like a bag full of them that we brought from the med cupboard.
Yeah, cut to like making the engineer drink them.
Frankly, I'm quite relieved that Cell won because like you're the magic boy. You are the one who spells. You should be the person who won this fight. Okay, apparently some of the crew is on the roof watching. I don't know, Staria, you're not part of this game. I don't think, like, the engineer would have said this was happening. Especially if it possibly consisted of him, like just knocking out his effective son's boyfriend. So I'm gonna say, like, nah, no. I'm being ganged up on. You're not part of this game. Get out of my roll zone. Shoo, get out of here. I'm your director. I say no.
I mean,
I've got a mutiny going on. This is so rude.
God.
Okay, I'm rolling a D2. You're all bitches. One is...
I wouldn't have told anyone either. Just because, like, you wanted to spend time with them.
Yeah, you're outvoted, guys. You're outvoted. I mean, like,
on,
Vamp says no, I say no, you aren't part of the game. Get out. Go back to the gallery. You have been evicted from the 12 frames per second roll zone. Actually, I think we should make that a rule, because otherwise this could get out of hand in other games. If we love you galleries, but if you're not part of the game, try to stay out of the roll zone unless, like, we need your help with a spell or something. Otherwise, it gets contaminated and confusing. So, like, we're just gonna say, just keep it down. That's fine. So, Cell, you are now resuscitating your director. Well, not director, your boss, anyway.
He's just like, oh, Toby's gonna kill me. Oh, Toby's gonna kill me. Oh, Prim's gonna kill me.
Who's gonna kill you?
Oh, okay,
Who's gonna kill you? I'll fight him!
No one's gonna kill me. you're alive. You're alive.
Of course I'm kicking alive. You think you could do for me?
I think I did. He's like trying very hard not to say, well, I did kick your ass, so.
Potentially I is true. Well, I can now safely say that Prim and Tobias are in good hands. So, congratulations, laddie.
Well, it was a bit of an unfair fight. I know you can wash me in basically anything else.
Well, I don't know with that. I mean, you knocked me clear off my feet. What was that headache thing? That was nasty.
Oh, that's the art class. This is a spell I learned pretty recently, actually.
Well, I'm gonna say that I don't know that I could do that, but the equivalent would be downing about 5 bottles of the finest scotch. So, like, that was impressive. Like, you just keep that under your hat. I think you'll be fine.
And like, so like, kind of like, Sal's making sure the engineer's fine. Sal's making sure the engineer drinks those health potions.
Oh, sure. He's necking them down. Like, he's already basically getting back up. And you better be too, because, like, you got taken down to an amount of hit points that was less than when you started. I think they're now just both, like, sitting with their backs up against that small wall that rises up around the edge, and they're looking at the clouds in a sort of, we had a good time, but let's just chill out for a second.
Yeah. And, like, Sal's just, like, drinking his bottle, and he goes, well, you put up a really good fight, sir. I don't think that it would have gone that well for me if you hadn't underestimated me in the beginning.
Okay, I mean, I'll learn my lesson. I'm here. I am thinking that I'm older and wiser. I'm a pick. You creamed me in those first few moves. That was impressive. I'm really, like, I've said it a couple of times while we were doing it, but that was stonking. You're good at it.
Well, it is. Well, you did call me a magic man.
Yeah, magic man. And a little bit of a cheers, clink with the health potions bottles.
And okay, someone just said a line in Nuts and Bolts Gallery that Sal would totally say, and is also too funny for him not to say. Mm-hmm. So he's gonna wait until the engineer like takes a sip from like the bottle, and it's just, well, I did help overthrow a government and fight a god.
In your face. Like, he has done the spit take into your face accidentally, which probably, ironically, helps you recover a couple of hit points, because, like, that was health potion. It's just, you did what? Alright, you were with Bob with that whole thing. You told me about that. That was great. But the god part, I don't think I know about that.
Wouldn't you like to know, sir? And he takes another sip of his drink.
I mean, what? You've got to give me more than that. You fought a god?
I don't know, sir.
You don't know.
Wouldn't you like to know, boy? As Sharkskin would say.
I mean, like, what should I do? Should I roll insight to see whether you're bullshitting?
You can.
Sure.
You can.
Okay. 22. He knows you're not bullshitting.
Well, he's telling the truth.
He's telling the truth. And he's like, alright, you have to tell me everything.
I don't have to.
Oh, yes, you do. I'm your boss.
Are you going to order me to?
I might have to.
I don't recall that being under the contract.
Well, it's that, or I can ask your boyfriend or your girlfriend, either.
And at this, he kind of like buries his like face in his glass, and you kind of get the distinct feeling that Toby and Prim don't know.
Oh, well, I won't be saying anything, but I would like to know. I mean, the story potential alone, that's amazing.
Well, there were other people involved, so I don't know how much.
You gotta tell me.
And I think the FPS could end there.
Yeah, like the engineer is just begging him to tell. there was another ending where they were going to like do a physical round only, and then it would have just like smash cut to Cell being completely passed out. The engineer saying, "Oh God, they're gonna kill me." But yeah, no, this is the better ending. Like he's just like he's gonna be hounding you to tell him what the hell happened. You can't just say that shit and walk away, man.
He can. He will.
Oh my god. How about we roll persuasion to see if at some point, like, you cave?
Alright, sure, go for it.
I mean, I'll say he hasn't got a huge persuasion. That's a 14.
Yeah, no.
Nah, no, that's not gonna do it, is it? Oh, that's so annoying. Why would you do this to him? That's like worse than the fight. That's worse than Eldritch Blast. Like the agony.
I need to tell you something. Sal's actually kind of annoyed the engineer underestimated him in the beginning.
Oh, of course he is. Like, you kicked his ass as a consequence, and the engineer now definitely is not going to underestimate you again.
Yeah, but also, he can take a little bit of petty revenge.
Oh, I see. Ah, here comes the bastard energy. You see, in the Luck Trio game, you were like the sanest and the nicest of the three of us. I forgot that Cell can be a little shit as well.
The only reason he was so nice in the Left Trio game was because there were already two little shits around.
Yeah. I mean, there is a lot of bastard energy in the room with Jack alone, let alone Delta. So, okay, enough out of this game references. We're gonna wrap this up. This was perfect, small but perfectly formed. And thank you very much for being my test for like whether my brain's working well enough to resume games. I think it's doing all right.
All right, you sure?
Yeah, I'm all right. So let's wrap it up. Thank you very much. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you for listening. Bye.
Bye.